his podcast, This Week in Despair. It's a very funny thing. Please put your hands together for Mr. Peter John Byrnes, everybody.
Zombies this week. Not flesh-eating ghouls, but the hordes that lurch towards their laptops to tell stupid jokes just because one drug-crazed maniac in Miami ate the face off a homeless guy. Why is it that the people that are most excited about the zombie apocalypse are the first that are going to go down? Look, here's a tip, hipster, wearing your straw fedora, tapping away with it cocked at a jaunty angle. When it all comes down, the people that are going to survive the zombie apocalypse are redneck, gun nut, survivalist shit kickers. Your Blu-ray of 28 Days Later and your very good to near mint collection of Walking Dead trade paperbacks isn't going to get you shit. Zombie aficionados need to understand that they're really on the border of being a creepy cult. The Walking Dead is just the Left Behind series for atheists. It's the same show. One dead guy comes back, and suddenly there's ample parking and no lines at the back. And speaking of mindless killing machines, has anyone seen this new show that the Obama administration is producing? Game of Drones? It's kind of a depressing reality show. But it has a lot in common with its similarly named HBO counterpart. It takes place in an area that no American can find on a map. Most of the violence happens off-screen for budgetary reasons. And every time there's a serious discussion of policy, you're distracted on your TV by a series of boobs. You all know about this, right? New York Times reported last week that every Tuesday, Obama is given, I swear to you, a series of baseball cards, what they jocularly call them, and he decides who lives or who dies. It's the worst staff meeting ever. Biden has to bring the donuts. And what really depresses me is that, first, no innocents are harmed because we've decided that anyone who lives in the vicinity of where we drop the bombs is automatically a militant if they're of military age. Which is like assuming, by the way, that you're a racist homophobe just because you're in Wrigleyville. Okay, that's a bad example. But bear with me here. I mean, look. What's upsetting to me is that the Republicans were right. We have death panels now. I used to think that Obama was going to be like FDR, but it turns out he's like Nixon. He has an enemies list and a secret bombing campaign in Asia. Not a lot of Nixon fans here. Okay. We'll move on. And the other thing that the Obama administration did this week was they cut funding for the Pakistani version of Sesame Street. Because that'll show them for creating nukes and harboring terrorists. We'll cut off their PBS funding. And why did we come up with a Pakistani version of Sesame Street anyway? It's a bad idea. Look, if you're living on the Pakistan-Afghani border and you're waiting for firebombs to rain down from the sky, you then don't want to be reminded about how nice our streets are. No rubble, very little screaming, and all the children are alive. And it's the wrong PBS show to be exporting anyway. We should be exporting Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? With a grim ending. But understand, look, the drones are coming domestically. So in a few years, when Rahm Emanuel calls in on airstrike on public housing because there are probable felons around, you're not allowed to be pissed. Thank you, I'm Peter Byrnes. I'll see you next week.